Slates are now set for the remainder of our season, with Brighton being our penultimate game before our game against Bournemouth on the final day of the season. However, with our semi-final against Man City approaching very, very quickly now, very quickly indeed, we have a matter of Everton to take care of, with ambitions of taking our unbeaten run into next Saturday's big game. And European hopes once again seem to be possible once more following the results of those above us. United dropping points. West Ham currently losing to Fulham. 48 minutes played in that game. It's 3 games more played for them compared to us. 2 more for United, 2 more for Newcastle. It's looking closer and closer. If only we'd beaten Sheffield United, eh? Just 6 points separate us from 6th place, with the Blues having 2 games in hand over the 3 teams against us, above us rather. Just 1 loss now in all competitions at Stamford Bridge. In our last 15 head-to-heads, our recent run-ins with Everton have not been quite as impressive. In the last 15 fixtures, Everton have claimed 5 victories. The Blues, on the other hand, have won 6, with the remainder being 4 draws to separate the points evenly. Safe to say, it's been fairly tight, and it's not really a fixture that I'm most excited for these days. It always used to be back in the 2016s and whatnot, with the likes of Diego Costa and all that. However, more recently, Everton came out victorious back in December, 2-0 the final score. I think Doucouré and someone else was on the score sheet that day. Chelsea's last victory hasn't come about since August of 2022. Just 1 win in the last 5 meetings. Chelsea are unbeaten, however, in the last 28 home games, with Everton winning 15 and drawing 13. The big one here, Everton's sole Premier League victory at Stamford Bridge came in on November of 1994. 1994. I was not even a sparkle. You know the rest. The Merseyside club are seeking to complete a First League double over Chelsea for 45 years after winning the reverse fixture 2-0 again, as I said, at Goodison Park in December. For the Blues, Chelsea are on a 7-match unbeaten run, as I did say earlier, in the Premier League, however, winning 3 and drawing 4. However, we are without a clean sheet, and that has been the bane of all banes. In the, the thorn in our side, so to speak. 13 consecutive games in all competitions without a clean sheet, scoring 27 goals during that run, however. Mauricio Pochettino's side have conceded 52 league goals this season. A lot of goals, 5 more, in fact, than we had in the entirety of last season. The Blues are the first top-flight side to both score and concede at least 2 goals in 7 consecutive matches in all competitions since Aston Villa in 1930. 1930, can you believe it? Cole Palmer has been involved in 25 goals in his last 22 Premier League games, scoring 16 and assisting in the 9 assists. Palmer could become the first Chelsea player to net in 7 successive Premier League home games ever. For Everton, the Toffees are their 1-0 victory over Burnley last weekend ended a 13-game winless run in their league campaign. The Toffees are winless in each of their past 9 away matches in all competitions, drawing 4 and losing 5. Sean Dyche's side has scored 32 Premier League goals this season. Only Sheffield United with 30 have netted fewer, so they are drought merchants, as it would seem. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has scored in each of his last 2 appearances, having previously gone 18 league games without a goal. Team news, and as we know, things aren't too good. In a video I posted on Friday, I discussed the increasing amounts of injuries. Chelsea currently have 11 players absent through injury or illness. Axel Disasi and Enzo Fernandez, 2 players of which who have never been absent through injury, are the most recent additions to the list. Both missed training due to minor injuries. Robert Sanchez and Raheem Sterling are suffering from illnesses, most likely contracted via Ben Chilwell, who was also out via illness. He himself, Ben Chilwell, could return after missing the past 3 matches with said illness. For Everton forward Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who we've just said scored 2 goals, just after a drought of 18 Premier League games, should be available despite a minor hamstring strain. Idrissa Gueye and Amadou Onana will return, while long-term absentees Danjuma is expected to make the squads. Now predictions. The bit that we all are waiting to understand, and I still am none the wiser. You talk about your predictabilities, there is none. You talk about what could possibly be the starting 11 for Chelsea, and frankly, I mean, we are missing, obviously, Enzo Fernandez. We're missing Disasi. We're missing a whole host of other players, which it's just past the point of really like that. We don't even we genuinely don't have a regular starting 11. We nearly did. However, I just don't see any way for us to put together a well-rounded regular 11. With most of the players now, you're in Nkunku. Lavia's out for the rest of the season. I reckon Nkunku is as well. I reckon James is as well. And a few others, to say the least. Petrovic, for me, obviously starts in goal. Gusto and Cucurella on the backs, the wing backs. Chalobah and Badiashile, an unlikely duo, but one that we are going to have to get used to watching. Gallagher and Caicedo in the middle as a middle 2 with Mudryk, Palmer and Madueke, all players that, on the wings being Mudryk and Madueke more and more getting involved in the side. Obviously, Sterling is absent due to illness, as we've established. Palmer down the middle. I'm not too sure. I'm not too keen, personally. I much prefer him on the right-hand side. But it is likely that he will be the number 10. Number 9 will obviously be Jackson. And for that, we're still without, again, the likes of James, Fofana, Lavia, and Nkunku, Colwell, Ugochukwu, Fernandez, Disasi, Chilwell, Sterling, and Sanchez. It is just a graveyard is what I've called it, a graveyard. But recent form has gone draw, win, draw, win, draw. So one could only guess that a win would be the only reasonable prediction if you are one that thinks that way. Do you know what I mean? Let's not forget, however, that Everton have recently received another points deduction, so tempers, motivations, etc. will be high from the Toffees. They are away from home. Obviously, the last time we played them was away from home. However, with Everton's recent form in the league, as poor as it has been, 8 games without a win, it would take a side of supreme unpredictability to fumble a game against this side. Clean sheets, as ever, as we've mentioned already, are a huge problem for Chelsea. The last time Everton have scored in 6 goals. Fucking hell. They've scored 6 goals in the last 5 games against us. There we go. So a goal for the Toffee seems pretty much a certainty, which is why I am going to go with a 1-1 draw. I still don't have full confidence that we can capitalise on our place in the league and the games that we have in hand over those above us. Truly hoping for a miracle at this point, as our next fixtures after this game, obviously the Man City semi-final, but after that we've got Arsenal, Villa, Spurs, and West Ham, all teams sat above us. So these players have to take this win into a tremendous... We need to win here. It's as simple as that. We need to win in order to take it into a treacherous run of games. Otherwise, the season is, as a matter of fact, over once and for all, because I don't see us winning any of those games after our game against Everton. But only time will tell. Only time will tell.